Every day isn't shining like today. Beauty rising, I can say I have seen mountain highs and some valleys. Yeah, I've shouldered some baggage, felt the weight of some burdens, carried shame, cried in pain, took the lies and put them on me. I will leave it at the altar.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, my name is Liberty and welcome to Living Room Gains. In this video, I am going to talk about weight loss. But before I get to that, I want to start off by encouraging somebody who is currently in a waiting season. I think we are almost always in a waiting season. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on the Lord to come through for you. I don't know, whatever you're trusting God for, right? When you are in a season of waiting, you get to a point where it feels like it's been long. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a lifetime, right? Because often we just want God to come through like right now. You know what I'm saying? I think the journey of faith, bro, is like progressive, right? You cannot use the very same faith you used in the past, right, to get through the season that you're currently in. You know what I'm saying? Our faith is meant to grow, right? And when your faith is actually stretched, that's when you have stronger faith. You know what I'm saying? So you probably look back, you're like, yo, I remember a time when I was going through stuff, bro. It was the worst 2 weeks of my life. You know what I'm saying? Then God finally came through in the third week, right? 2-week-old faith, bro. Like, that's what you had there. And now you find yourself in a season where it's taking longer than 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess with you. You know, you're gonna start thinking, is he actually gonna come through or not? I mean, last time it didn't take this long, right? But then what we need to know is he's gonna test your faith, right? He's gonna stretch it so that it becomes stronger, right? I mean, your 3-week-old or your 3-week turnaround testimony is gonna be good for somebody who's been going through stuff for like 5 days, right? For a week. When they hear the kind of testimony, it's going to give them hope, right? Like, yo, waited for 3 weeks and God came through. But it's not gonna do much good for somebody who's been in a season of waiting for like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Those people are actually probably running on somebody's testimony, right? Who's been in a waiting season for like 10 years and eventually saw God 10 things around for them. So I just want to encourage you, man, to keep praying, to keep waiting on God, you know, and let go of the timelines, bro, and trust him with the timing. Like, God is always on time, right? We're the ones who have issues when it comes to time. We're either too early or late. You know what I'm saying? God is always on time, right? His timing is perfect. So you need to leave that in his hands, right? What you need to hold on to is the promise that he probably gave you, all right? That business idea that you have. I don't know what type of waiting season you're in, you know, the different types of waiting. You know, sometimes you wait on the plan A, you know, whilst, you know, still holding on to plan B. Then you find yourself in a waiting season, right? The other type of waiting where you ain't got no other plan, bro. Like, the only thing you're depending on is what God is gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? He does that, then that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're trusting Him to do, it's a different type of waiting. All right, and our faith is not stretched the same. You know what I'm saying? In those seasons, right? When you got nothing else to lean on besides God, your faith is stretched different. Lately, I find myself in a season where I'm just waiting for His perfect plan, bro. Like, I got no other plan. You know what I'm saying? There's no plan B, C, D. It's just plan A that I'm waiting on. All right. So that's all different types of waiting. But in all of them, bro, one thing still remains true. There is a God who comes through, and trust Him with the timing. His timing is perfect. Alright. If God wants to grow you, right? If God wants to make you stronger, right? He's gonna have to stretch your faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be running on baby faith for the rest of your life. You're gonna face challenges that are actually gonna make you grow. You know what I'm saying? Grow that baby faith into adult type of faith. You know what I'm saying? Into unshakable faith. Into faith that's able to actually speak a mountain into the ocean. You know what I'm saying? So really, what you need to get from experience is that He's a God who comes through. All right, but don't think He's gonna do it the same way, bro. Like, God is big. You know, He does big things, and He takes a lot of stuff into consideration, dog. Like, it's not just you He's worried about. You know what I'm saying? There's probably other stuff that's attached to the breakthrough that you're waiting on. You know what I'm saying? And everything has to align so it has to happen at the right moment. Keep praying, keep believing, keep worshiping. You're gonna come out with stronger faith on the other side, bro, and you're gonna be glad. You're gonna be glad that you actually have stronger faith. You know what I'm saying? Your story is gonna be a testimony that's gonna help somebody else who's going through the very same thing that you went through, bro. And all you tell them is, yo, you know what? I know exactly how you feel, but God is a God who actually comes through, because He did come through for me. But I had to trust Him with everything. You know what I'm saying? Right, so I'm gonna move on to the weight loss aspect, right? And what I really want to talk about today is how I used my food tracking app to lose about 7 kgs in like 42 days, right? I'm really gonna cut through the chase. I'm not gonna talk about types of food I ate, you know what I'm saying, because I never really changed much, bro. And you already know you don't need to be educated on what type of food you should eat. You know stuff that's bad for you, you know stuff that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing is, a food tracking app also has a way of telling you that this food you probably need to reconsider. You know what I'm saying? Because you see calorie content. You know what I'm saying? If it's a small bar of chocolate and it's coming at a price of 800 calories, bro, like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so really what I did is, after tracking for quite some time, right, and not seeing results, I had to get back to the app. I've always considered myself active to very active. Why? Because I'll work out 5 to 6 days a week, you know what I'm saying, in a good week. So by that I mean hitting the gym for 45 minutes to an hour. After that, I just go on about my day, bro. Like if it's my 9 to 5, I'm at work, and yeah, pretty much that's it. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the gym 5 to 6 days a week, working out for an hour. Then afterwards, you don't do much, bro. Like that's not an active lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So went back to the app, changed that, right? So I went with low active, obviously reworked my recommended daily calorie intake, right? And I started tracking, bro, like religiously for 21 days. First 21 days, I did that, bro. I lost about 5.5 kgs. You know what I'm saying? That's good for like 3 weeks. Dog, that's motivating. You know what I'm saying? Finally, something was happening. So the thing with going for low active, right, basically means, I probably hit 8,000 to 10,000 steps just once a week. You know what I'm saying? One day of the week. When it calculates the recommended daily intake, bro, like assumption is you're doing what you say you do, you know, in terms of activity level, you know. It should be a lifestyle, bro. It shouldn't be a one day thing, you know, or maybe 2 days of the week, you know, 3 days of the week. It should really be a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? If you're an active being, you're probably working out 5 days a week, and on top of that workout, you're probably crushing 10,000 plus steps in a day, you know what I'm saying? So if you find yourself working out for an hour, right, then hitting your 9 to 5 and you stop behind the desk, bro, and you don't move much, bro. You check out your step count at the end of the day, it's in the 400s, the 500s, or maybe 1,000, 2,000. Thing is, you didn't hit 10,000 steps, bro, and if we're being realistic, you didn't have an active day, bro. Like, you just put in a workout, and afterwards, you're basically sedentary, you know what I'm saying? You're not active. You didn't have an active day. Now that goes on for the rest of the week. Basically means your life, your lifestyle is not that active. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. I went for low active, and that ensured that even when I had a bad day, when I didn't feel like working out, I mean, those days are gonna be there, bro. We are human, right? You're not always gonna be 100% every day. You know what I'm saying? I know people talk about discipline and motivation and stuff like that. All this stuff is good, but it's not always gonna work. It's not gonna work when you're man down, when you're sick and you cannot hit the gym. That stuff, it's not. You can watch as many motivation videos as you want to watch, but it's not gonna work, dog, because you're man down, right? So what you want is to be able to stay in a calorie deficit, you know what I'm saying? Even when you fail to hit the gym, all right? Then that way, you're guaranteed to continue to lose weight, you know what I'm saying? As long as you continue to track. All right, so basically, that's what I did, all right? So obviously after losing the 5.5 kgs, I had to go back, redo the math, right? Because you know, after you lose something like 5 kgs, you know what I'm saying, you are lighter now. So your body doesn't burn as much calories as it used to, you know what I'm saying, when you weight heavier, you know what I'm saying? So went back, redid the math, and all that just to ensure that I continue being in a calorie deficit. All right, so that's a tip, bro. That's a tip. I didn't really change much with regards to food. I did cut out some stuff. I did cut back on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You really want to have proper meal. You know what I'm saying? Real food, a wholesome meal. You know, it's twice or 3 times a day. When you do that, you really want to be able to to use their calorie budget well. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't feel hungry at the end of the day. Whatever your guilty pleasure is, it's most likely not gonna make you feel full. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need a proper meal after that. So yeah, in summary, if you're stuck, check out your activity level, bro. It's probably where the problem is at. Track religiously. Stop eyeballing stuff, bro. Your eyes cannot read calorie content. Weigh that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And punch it in a food app. And thirdly, man, just try to keep yourself active. If you're working out 4 times a week, get your workout in and still hit your step goal. All right, that's all I got for you today, man. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it, and I wish you all the best, man. Whatever goals you got, God has got you. You know what I'm saying? Even pray about, your weight loss goal. You need to pray about that stuff, dog. Like, just being honest. You know what I'm saying? You need to trust God with everything. You need to be able to do that because He'll help you. He'll help you. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? He wants it for you. All right. So pray about it. I know He'll come through for you. So wish you all the best, and I pray that you have a good week, and I hope to catch you back here on the next one.